I heard you needed some measurements taken. Don't worry, you came to the right place. I'm kind of a expert on all things measurement. Yeah, so was there any particular reason you needed your measurements taken? Okay, well, I did get your message beforehand, and I got all of our measurements that we need written down here so we don't miss a thing. So, this list is rather long and specific, so you may be here a while. I hope that's okay. Okay, good. Looks like we have quite a few measurements we have to take. Quite a few specific measurements we have to take. But don't worry, it's not going to be a problem. Let me just kind of explain how we're going to do this today. Like I said, I made a list of all the measurements that you said you needed beforehand. And I have a few tools with me that we're going to use to get all of your measurements, and then a couple we're going to use to double check those measurements just to make sure that they're exact for you. Yeah, we like to be perfect here. Well, as close to perfect as we can be. Sound good? Okay. I'm going to set this down. And let me show you the tools that I have here. So, the first tool that I have is just your standard tape measure. We are going to use this for the majority of our measurements. However, because this is kind of a weaker material and can bend and curve, I use a few other tools that are a little more precise to double check the measurements I get with this. Though, because those tools are more firm, they're not good at getting like the circumference. So that's why this standard tape measure is our main tool. Okay? Okay. I'm going to grab my next one. Okay. So, the next tool we're going to use is our standard retractable measuring tape. So, I'm sure you've seen these before. They are a firmer, tougher material, so they don't bend and curve like the other tape measure. So I use this one to double check some of the body measurements with like your shoulders and your torso and so on and so forth. Make sense? Okay. All right, we have that. And lastly, we just have a normal ruler. Nothing fancy. But again, a firmer material. This one's made of wood. And I use this to just double check some of our facial measurements. Okay? Make sense? Good. So, let's go ahead and get started. It looks like we're basically going to be getting from the top to the bottom in your measurements today. But where do we start? Why don't we start with your face? Yeah, we'll start with like the face and the head and just kind of work our way down. Sound good? Okay. It looks like the first measurement that we have on our list is to get the length of your head and then the width of your head. And then we're going to move on to the 3 segments of your face. Don't worry, I'll touch on that a bit more when we get there. And then your standard ear to ear and so on and so forth for your face. So, do you have any questions for me so far? No? Alright, not a problem, but if at any point you have any questions, feel free to stop me and ask me the question and I'll try my best to answer it, okay? Okay. Also, please don't mind if at any point I look over to the measurements I've written down. Like I said, you have a very hefty list of measurements that you're requesting, so I just want to make sure that I don't forget anything, okay? Yep, just want to make sure I get everything right for you today. Okay. I do know that this process can be kind of tedious and relaxing or boring to put someone to sleep, but if you're feeling at all tired, just let me know and I'll try my best to accommodate you, okay? Okay, let me grab my tape measure. So, I have my handy dandy tape measure, and like I said, we're gonna go ahead and start with your face and like your head and neck. So I do have to get a little close. Is that going to be okay? Okay, good. I just like to make sure before I go invading anyone's personal bubble. Okay, well, let's get started then. The length of your head is just going to be from the top to the bottom of your chin. Okay, here we go. And good. Okay, that looks good. Now, for the width of your face, this isn't an ear-to-ear measurement just yet. We're just gonna go from right here to right here, basically sideburn to sideburn. Okay? Alright. Very good. Okay. Oh, now we're going to move on to the 3 segments of your face. So, this involves going from the first segment, which is your top of your forehead, to the middle of your eye. Second segment is the middle of the eye to the bottom of the nose. And third is the bottom of the nose to the bottom of your chin. Yeah. And we're just going to do this on both sides of your face. No, there's nothing wrong with you. We always measure both sides because rarely anyone in the world is symmetrical. Yep. So we just like to make sure that we have measurements for both sides. Okay. Let's start. Okay, top of the forehead to the middle of the eye. Good. Middle of the eye to the bottom of the nose. And bottom of the nose to the bottom of your chin. Alright, very good. Other side. Okay. Yeah, it's a little cold, I'm sorry. Good. And good. I'm actually quite surprised. Your face is quite symmetrical. Yeah, you're as close to perfect as you can be. Very good features. I'm just going to write that down. I'm quite forgetful, so if I don't stay on top of writing down these measurements, I'm bound to forget something. Okay. Next, we're going to do ear to ear, and then the length of your ear, and then the length of your nose. Okay? So, let's see here. We're going to take this to your left ear and your right ear. And sorry, I know I kind of have to drape it over your nose a bit. Good. Okay. And get the length of both of your ears. We'll start on this side. Good. Okay. Other ear. Okay, very good. The length of your nose. Good. Yeah, that's just from here to the bottom of your nose. Alright. We're going to do from eye to eye and then the little gap between your eyes. So, here we go. Beautiful, nice wide set eyes. And the little gap. Okay, very good. All of your measurements are looking excellent. You're doing a great job. Let's go ahead and just get the height and the width of each of your eyes. And then we'll do the same thing for your lips and your forehead and your chin. And then we should be good with your face, other than double checking some of those. Any questions for me so far? No? Okay. Let's start with this eye. Go ahead and close your pretty eyes for me. I don't want to poke you. Thank you. Okay. Start with the height. And now the width. Okay. Other eye. And the width. Okay. Alright, that looks good. Let's go ahead and get that forehead. You do not have a big forehead. I have a big forehead. You are fine. Okay. Yeah, no, you look great. Excellent facial features and structure. Very nice. And lastly, your chin. Okay. Excellent. I'm just going to write those down again. Yep, we're all done getting the first round of measurements for your face. These second ones I don't have to write down. I'm just going to grab the ruler like we discussed. And these go a lot faster because I'm just going to use it to double check the measurements and make sure they were all correct. I rarely mess up. Watch yourself. I'm really good at what I do, so it should go pretty quick. So, I have the ruler right here. And let's just double check some of those measurements, okay? We don't need to go over all of them necessarily, just the main ones. Ear to ear, forehead to chin, eyes, nose. You'll see as we go. Feeling good so far? Okay. Let's get started. We'll do the top, forehead to the bottom of your chin here. Okay. Looks good. Okay. Next, let's go ahead and do ear to ear. Try and hold still for me. Good. Okay. Yeah. Let's do the eyes. Do you mind closing them for me again? Thank you. Okay. Good. And the forehead. Okay. And we'll just do the 3 segments on each side. Sound good? So top of forehead to the middle of the eye. Middle of the eye to the bottom of the nose. And the bottom of the nose to the bottom of the chin. Excellent. Other side. Okay. Okay. And bottom. Perfect. All looks the same. So I'm going to set this down. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on here. It looks like we're going to be doing the circumference of your head, and then we'll do the circumference of your neck and some neck measurements and work our way down to your torso, okay? Okay. I know it is very windy outside. Good thing we're inside and nice and warm. Crazy weather. Okay. Do you mind if I get a little close again? No? Okay. Let's go ahead and get the circumference of your head. All right. Looks good. Very good. Nice size head. Big brain. I'm sure you're quite intelligent. All right. Let's go ahead and get the circumference of your neck. Let me know if it's too tight or anything like that. I don't want to choke you. Okay. A little snug. I'll loosen it a tiny bit. I just want to make sure that we get a precise measurement. Okay. Good. And why don't we just get the length of your neck, so from the base to the base, and then we'll get the width. And we'll move on from your head and neck area. Okay. And now the width. Good. You're doing a great job. I appreciate you holding still. Like I said, I know this process can be a bit time consuming, but it's always good to have your measurements taken. That way, if you ever need them for like a friend's wedding or a suit or a dress or some kind of outfit, you already have them. Have you had your measurements taken before? You have, quite a few times. Yeah, it can be quite relaxing, so I understand. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to your torso. So we're gonna start with shoulder to shoulder. Still feeling okay so far? Good. No questions? You're very easy to work with. Okay. So, let's see here. We're gonna go shoulder to shoulder and oh, very good. Nice broad shoulders. And okay. Good. Now we're gonna do underarm to underarm. And this is for your chest measurements. Okay. And are you still feeling comfortable? Okay, good. Okay, excellent measurement. Okay, so we're gonna go from shoulder to waist. So I'm gonna have you, I'm actually a little short, 5 foot, I know. I'm gonna have you hold this at your shoulder. Thank you. And I'm just gonna go to the top of your waist here. And very good. Okay. And we're going to do basically the same measurement now, but we're going to go from your underarm to your waist. So again, if you don't mind holding this for me right there, a little higher. There we go. And to the waist. Good. I want to write this down before I forget. Okay. So we have a couple more, and then I'll switch to the retractable tape measure to verify those, okay? Okay, so what we're going to do now is the width of your waist, the width of your hips, and the width of your stomach, okay? No reason to be self-conscious. No, you look excellent. Every time I get my measurements taken, it feels like I just ate, so I always have like a taco food, baby. You are absolutely fine. Judgment-free zone. Okay? Here we go. And I do have to get a little close. It's okay. Alright. We'll do the width of your waist here. Good. Now your stomach. Good. And your hips. Excellent. Okay, and we'll get the circumference of those in a moment after we use the retractable tape measure, since that can't do circumference. So let's go ahead and I'm going to switch over to that one. So one moment. Okay, so I have the retractable tape measure right here. And let's just go ahead and get that shoulder to shoulder measurement. So, very good. Yeah, again, these ones are going to go a lot faster because it's just double checking what we already did. So, go ahead and lift your arms for me a little bit. I'm going to do the chest measurement, so underarm to underarm. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to tickle you. Okay. Excellent. And let's go ahead and do the shoulder to the waist and then the underarm to the waist. Go ahead and hold that there for me. Thank you. And we'll just drop it a little bit for the underarm. Okay. Very good. So, lastly with this for right now, I just want to double check your waist width, stomach width, and hip width, okay? All right. Good. Now your stomach. And that looks excellent. Lastly, we're just going to get your hips. Good. Okay. Very good. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. It says here, all right, I'm going to get the circumference of your hips, your waist, and your stomach. And then we'll move on to like doing your arms. Sound good? Okay. Still feeling okay? All right. I'm going to have to bend down to get the width. Is that okay? All right, here we go. And we're just going to go around your waist here. Does that feel okay? Good, good. Okay, now I'm going to get your stomach. All right. Very good. And lastly, we're just going to get your hips. So just around here and perfect. All right, great job. Okay, so let's just write those down before I forget, like I've been saying. So we did the circumference. Okay. Alright, now we're going to move on to my favorite part, which is the arms. I mean, who doesn't love a good strong arm, right? Oh, don't worry, your arms look fantastic. Don't be so hard on yourself. You look amazing, and I'm having a great time getting to know you. Very in depth, actually. Alright. So, we are going to start with your arms, like I said. And for most of these measurements, we will be taking them on both your right and your left side. Again, like I was saying, not everyone in the world is symmetrical, so we like to measure both sides. Even if you did have one arm longer than the other, it would be so slight that no one would be able to see. No, I assure you, you're totally fine. Okay? Do you have any preference on which arm I start with? No? Okay. Well then, I'm going to start with this one. Okay? Just gonna go over here. And we're gonna do from the shoulder to the fingertip, okay? So I'm gonna have you hold this here. And we're gonna go all the way down to your fingertip here. And very nice. Nice long arms. Okay. Let me get the other side here. So I'm going to have you hold that for me. All the way down to fingertip. And would you look at that? You're symmetrical. See? No reason to worry. So the next one, we're basically going to be doing the same measurement, except for it's going to go from your shoulder down to your wrist. That's going to be your sleeve measurement. It's like if you were getting a suit or anything tailored, it'd be your sleeve. Okay? Alright. So again, I'm going to start with this arm. And down to your wrist here. And good. Other side here. Okay. And good. Okay. Let's just get... Okay. We're going to get around your bicep. That's always a fun one too. Around your forearm and then around your wrist. Yep, on both sides. Yep, if you don't mind, I'm going to have you roll up your sleeve for me. Both of them. Good. Okay. And I'm going to go over here and I'll do all 3 circumferences and we'll go to the other side. Okay? Alright. So, I'm just going to hold this in place here. And we're just going to snugly pull this around and get your bicep measurement here. And here we go. Perfect. Excellent. Nice strong bicep. And your forearm. We'll just get the circumference of that. Okay. And your wrist. Yep, just want to go around your wrist here. And very, very good. Okay. I'm just going to get your other side. Yeah, thank you for being so cooperative. You've been a pleasure to work with. I really appreciate it. Sometimes people get a little antsy. All right, let's start with that bicep here. Okay. And we're just going to go around it. Tighten it slightly. Excellent. And now let's get around that forearm. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to make it a little snug. Loosen it a tiny bit. Good. And let's get that wrist. Okay, great. All right. Still feeling pretty good? Yeah, we're actually getting through this list of measurements you sent me pretty quick. Slow down. I'll try to slow down a tiny bit. Though, I'm trying to keep your appointment under an hour since you pay by the hour. Let's go ahead and do the wrist to the fingertip. Okay? So, start over here. And have you lift your hand up for me a tiny bit. Thank you. And from your wrist to your fingertip. Very good. Other side for me. Wrist to fingertip. Excellent. And while I have this out before we switch back to the retractable tape measure, why don't I get the shoulder to the bottom of the bicep and then the bottom of the bicep to your wrist. Sound good? Yeah, I know that wasn't on the list, but since we're getting everything else, we might as well add it. Sound good? Okay. I'm going to step over here. And top of the shoulder to bottom of the bicep. And we'll just do the bottom of the bicep to the beginning of your wrist here. Excellent. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and get your other side. And length the bicep. Good. And length the forearm. Good. Everything's looking great. Let me just write some of those down. Okay. I don't know why you're so worried. All of your measurements have been absolutely perfect. Yeah, you're a great looking specimen. And you have a great personality, and that's what matters. Okay. And we did around the forearm and around the waist. And we did wrist to fingertip. Okay. I'm just going to double check some of those with that retractable tape measure, and then all we have left is your waist, legs, and feet. Yeah, we're on a roll. Any questions for me so far? Okay. Let me go ahead and grab that other tape measure. Okay. And let's check some of our measurements, shall we? Let's start with your shoulder to your fingertip. Good. Other side. Excellent. And then remember the next one was your shoulder to your wrist, the sleeve. Good memory. Okay. Yeah. Oh my goodness. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, did I scare you? I'm so sorry. Your arms are still the same length. I had it correct, like I said. I'm so sorry. Okay. We can't do a round with this tape measure, so let's do your length of the bicep to the bottom of, the shoulder to the bottom of the bicep, and then the forearm measurement, and then we'll do the wrist to fingertip, and then we'll be done with this for now. Okay? Okay. I'm gonna step over here, and I'm gonna put this on the top of your shoulder here. And I'm just gonna pull this down to the base of your bicep. Good. Alright. Now from the base of your bicep to the top of your wrist here. Excellent. And while I'm over here, let's just do your wrist to your fingertip. Very good. Okay, let's go ahead and do your other arm. So, again, I'm just going to place this at the top of your shoulder here and pull it down to the base of your bicep. Good. And let's just move that down into the base of your bicep to the tip of your wrist. Excellent. And your wrist to your fingertip. Very good. Okay. All of those look exact and correct. Just like I thought. Okay, it looks like we're going to be starting with, let's do your waist to your foot, and then we'll do your waist to your ankle, and we're going to do this on the outseam and the inseam, so on the outside of your legs and on the inside of your legs. Okay? Are you okay with me getting a little close there? Okay. Then let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and bend down to do that. You just try to stand still. Okay? That way we don't have to start over. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so like I said, we're just going to start with your outseam here. And we'll start over here on your left side. So I'm going to have you actually hold this for me at your waist here. Yeah, right there at your waist. And I'm going to go down to your heel. Good. And that looks great. Now I'm just going to move it up a little bit, and we're going to do from your waist to your ankle. So you could keep holding that there for me. And I'm just going to bring this down to your ankle. Excellent. All right, very good. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to your inseam, which is just going to be from the inside of your thigh here. Yeah. And we're going to go down to your heel again. Here we go. And very good. And we're going to leave that there and do the inseam from the top of your thigh here to your ankle. Excellent. Okay. Looks good. So let's go ahead and do the other side now. And we're going to do your inseam first since I'm here. Is that okay? All right, good. So again, we're going to go from the inside of your thigh here. Very good. And down to your heel. And we're just going to move it up a tiny bit and go from the top of the thigh to the ankle. Great. And now let's just get that out seam. So if you could hold this on the waist for me. Excellent. And down to your heel. Good. And I'm going to move it up a tiny bit. And from your waist to your ankle. Excellent. Okay, let me write those down. Okay, great job. I just want to make sure I write those down. So we did your waist to your heel, and then your waist to your ankle, and then we did the inside of your thigh to your heel, and the inside of your thigh to your ankle. Okay? Great. We're almost done with your legs and everything all together. Man, time flies by. So lastly, we're just going to get around your thigh, around your calf, and around your ankle on both sides. And then we'll do your thigh to your knee, and your knee to your ankle, and heel to toe. We'll use the retractable tape measure one more time to double check. And then we'll just get your seat measurements. We should be good. Yeah, your booty measurements. Always save the best for last. Okay, I'm going to set this down. And let's go ahead and get the rest of those measurements, okay? All right, here we go. So let's start with around your thighs. I'm going to start with the right leg again. So I'm going to bend down here and just get around that. Okay. Making it a little snug. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure it's correct. Excellent. Let's do around the calf. Nice strong calves. Are you a runner? I don't like running either, but good exercise, right? And around your ankle. Alright, and if you could just raise your foot for me a tiny bit. I'm gonna go heel to toe. Oh, are you ticklish? I'm so sorry. Very good. I'll be more careful on this next side. Okay. Around the thigh. Good. And around the calf. around the ankle. Excellent. And lift your foot for me. Heel to toe. Sorry. Good. Alright, while I'm down here, let's just get the length of your thigh. Are you okay? Alright. And the length of your calf. Other side. Length of thigh. And length of calf. Okay. Very good. Oh, it's always hard to stand up after that. Bad knees. Okay. All of that looked really good. So let's just go ahead and double check those measurements with the retractable tape measure. And then we'll wrap it up. Do you have any questions for me so far? No? I'm glad everything's been going smoothly, and I hope this has been a good experience for you so far. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and do that. So, let's go ahead and do the waist to the heel. And the waist to the ankle. And next we'll just get that inseam. So from the top of the thigh to the heel, and the top of the thigh to the ankle. Other side. Alright. Excellent. And now to the ankle. Good. And let's just get that out seam. Alright. Waist to heel. And waist to ankle. Okay. And the only other things I need to check with this will be the length of your thigh. Good. The length of your calf. Okay. And lift your foot for me. Heel to toe. Great. Let's just do the last side. Okay, length of thigh. Length of calf. And lift that foot for me. Already ahead of me, great job. Heel to toe. Great job. Okay. You're a natural. I can definitely tell that you've had your measurements done before. Alright. Let me just write the last of those down. And we're just going to get the width of your seat, the width of your booty, and then the circumference. And then I'll type these all up nice and pretty for you, and I'll email them over to you so you have them, okay? All right. So, I do have to get a little close for this one, which I think is pretty obvious, but is that going to be okay? Okay. Let me just go around here. I'm just gonna go over here and we'll get the width of your seat. So, okay. Good. I know it's a silly measurement, I'm sorry. And let's just get the circumference of your booty. baby got back. All right. All right. I'm glad you have a good sense of humor. So, booty measurements, check. Well, we got everything we need. So, I'll get started on typing this up for you right away. And I should have it to you a couple hours. Are there any other questions or anything else you wanted me to get before you left? No? Alright, well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.